Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want you to listen, not just with your ears, but with your spirit. There are moments in life when God positions you to speak something that shifts the atmosphere. Heaven is waiting for your words to match your faith. The doors that seem closed today are not locked. They are waiting for the sound of your declaration. You may have prayed, you may have cried, but there comes a time when you must speak, because words are the keys of the Spirit. When faith is released through your tongue, invisible doors begin to unlock. The universe was created by a spoken word, and your next season will open the same way. So tonight, I want you to declare with authority and confidence, God is opening doors I never expected. I say it again. God is opening doors I never expected. Now one more time, louder, stronger, believing every syllable. God is opening doors I never expected. Something just moved in the unseen realm. Every time you speak in faith, heaven takes record. Angels are assigned to carry out what your faith commands. What you declare becomes your doorway. You may not know how it will happen, but that is not your job. Your job is to believe and speak. God specializes in the unexpected. He opens doors no man can shut, and He closes the ones that were never meant for you. When one door closes, it's not rejection, it's direction. The right door is being prepared, and when the timing is right, you'll walk through it with ease. Don't let fear silence your mouth. Don't let delay make you doubt. Keep declaring, even when you don't see evidence. Faith speaks before sight appears. Every time you say those words, you are sowing a seed into your future. Speak life into your business, your family, your career, your dreams. Your words are the water that awakens the seed God planted in you. There are doors of favor waiting for your faith to knock. There are divine connections already arranged, hidden behind what looks like a wall. But one declaration of faith can turn that wall into doorway. God is not limited by time, background, or situation. He can open a door in the next hour that changes the rest of your life. So tonight, don't just hear this message. Practice it. When you wake up tomorrow, say it again. When you feel uncertain, say it again. Speak it until it becomes part of your spirit. God is opening doors I never expected. Then act like it's true. Walk with confidence. Smile with expectation. Because faith without expectation is empty. But faith with action makes the impossible possible. You are about to see new opportunities, new relationships, and new favor. Not because you forced them, but because your words built the doorway. Heaven always honors bold faith. So tonight, speak it 3 times and believe God is opening doors you never expected. And as you rest, remember, those doors are already turning on their hinges. Ladies and gentlemen, there are moments when the atmosphere around you must hear your voice of faith. You cannot stay silent when God is calling you to speak life. There is authority inside you that must be released. When you speak words of faith, you are not simply making sounds. You are creating alignment between heaven and earth. Every word spoken in belief becomes a living seed that goes into your future, waiting to bear fruit in its appointed time. The reason some doors remain closed is not God is withholding them, but because the atmosphere has not yet heard your command. The spiritual realm moves at the sound of faith. When you say, God is opening doors I never expected, heaven records it as a decree. You are declaring war against doubt and fear. You are saying to every obstacle, move. I believe my season of favor has come. When faith speaks, time bows down. Circumstances begin to obey the voice of authority. Do not underestimate the power of repetition. When you speak a truth once, you announce it. When you speak it twice, you confirm it. But when you speak it 3 times, you seal it with faith. The number 3 carries completion. And your 3rd declaration becomes heaven's confirmation. Tonight, your words are unlocking what your eyes cannot yet see. That job you thought was gone, that opportunity you thought you missed, that relationship you thought was over, God can breathe on it again. He can open a door through a stranger, through a message, through one moment of divine timing. You will not need to force it. You will simply step into what was prepared for you. Let your heart be filled with peace tonight. Worry is the enemy of faith. You cannot speak faith and hold fear at the same time. Release the fear and let faith rise. Say it again until your mind believes it, until your emotions align, until your spirit feels the reality of the promise. God is opening doors I never expected. Close your eyes and picture those doors. See them wide open. See yourself walking through them. Feel the freedom, the joy, the blessing that comes with new beginnings. The imagination of faith is not fantasy, it is vision. God shows you what He intends to perform. Many people stop speaking because they don't see results right away. But faith doesn't look for instant proof. It holds on until manifestation comes. Your words are working even when you can't see them working. The unseen realm is alive, shifting, arranging, preparing. While you're resting, heaven is building the door you walk through. Tonight, make a decision. You will not complain anymore. You will not speak defeat. You will not say, nothing ever works for me. Replace those words with life, power, and truth. Say it again before you sleep. Say it when you rise. Say it when you face challenges. God is opening doors I never expected. Because one day, soon, those words will no longer be a declaration. They will be your testimony. Ladies and gentlemen, faith was never meant to be silent. It was meant to be spoken. What you speak becomes the pathway for miracles to travel upon. Your words prepare the road that heaven's blessings will walk on. If your words are full of doubt, your path becomes rough. But if your words are full of faith, your way becomes straight. This is why what you say over your life matters every single day. When you begin to speak, you are releasing light into the darkness. Every time you say, God is opening doors I never expected, that light goes ahead of you, illuminating places that were once hidden. You might not see the door yet, but it is there. And your words are guiding you toward it. The reason God responds to spoken faith is because words are not just sound, they are spirit. They carry the essence of what you believe. That is why negative words invite delay and faith-filled words invite acceleration. When you speak life, you become a co-creator with heaven. You are not begging for miracles. You are declaring them into existence. Some of you have been surrounded by closed doors for too long. Every attempt feels blocked. Every prayer feels unanswered. But tonight I tell you, do not be discouraged by closed doors. Closed doors are proof that something greater is waiting. Sometimes God hides the right door behind the wrong one, just to test if you'll keep speaking faith instead of giving up. The moment you decide to keep declaring, the shift begins. Remember, this truth delay is not denial. You may have to wait, but waiting with faith builds your strength. While you're waiting, God is preparing something beyond what you asked for. The door you're waiting on might not just bless you, it might bless generations after you. That's why it takes time. The bigger the blessing, the longer the preparation. As you keep saying it, God is opening doors I never expected. Something begins to change inside you. Your fear starts to dissolve. Your confidence grows. Your hope strengthens. Faith isn't only about changing situations, it's also about transforming you. God uses the process to prepare your heart for the promise. When the door finally opens, it will make sense why others didn't. You will realize that every no was protection, not rejection. Every delay was a setup for divine timing. Every silent season was God's way of proving that faith still works even in the dark. So tonight, keep your words alive. Keep them powerful. Don't speak from your pain, speak from your promise. Lift your hands wherever you are and declare with confidence. God is opening doors I never expected. Say it not as a wish, but as a decree. Speak it not out of fear, but from victory. You are not waiting for something to happen. You are walking toward it with faith as your key. Because when you speak it and believe it, the unseen becomes visible, and what was impossible becomes inevitable. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you begin to speak faith, something invisible begins to shift in your favor. You might not hear it, you might not see it, but heaven responds to the vibration of your belief. Every word of faith carries a frequency that the spiritual realm recognizes. That frequency breaks barriers, removes obstacles, and summons divine help from places you never imagined. You may think that your situation is too difficult, that you've tried too many times, or that too much time has passed. But I want to tell you this truth tonight. God is never late. The door that carries your name cannot be opened by anyone else. It is reserved for you. And when the time comes, it will swing open in a way that leaves no doubt that heaven had its hand on it all along. Do not be wary of repeating what God has promised. Some people stop declaring because they say, I've said it before and nothing happened. But every word you speak in faith builds spiritual momentum. Just because you can't see the construction doesn't mean the door isn't being built. The walls are being shaped, the hinges are being formed, and the key is being crafted. When you say it again, you're adding another piece to your miracle. The key is consistency. Speak your faith until your heart feels it, until your emotions surrender to it, until your environment begins to echo it. Say, God is opening doors I never expected. Not once, not twice. Keep saying it until heaven releases what's already yours. Every time you speak, angels move. They go before you, creating alignment, softening hearts, positioning people, and opening pathways. That is why you must keep your confession pure. Don't mix faith with fear. Don't cancel what you've declared by speaking doubt afterward. If you've said, God is opening doors I never expected, then walk through your day as if it's already done. Act like someone whose doors are already open. Smile even when you don't see progress. Thank God before the breakthrough comes. Gratitude is the language of faith. When you thank Him in advance, you are showing that you trust His timing more than your own. Maybe the door you're waiting for is financial. Maybe it's emotional, spiritual, or relational. Whatever it is, God knows which key fits which lock. Don't rush the process. When the right door opens, everything you've prayed for will fall perfectly into place. Effortlessly, peacefully, completely. So tonight, let your heart rest in this truth. You don't need to chase the door. Speak, believe, and let the door find you. Say it again slowly, as if you're speaking to your own soul. God is opening doors I never expected. I feel the power in those words. Feel the peace they bring. Your spirit knows it's true. Because faith doesn't wait for evidence, faith creates it. And before long, the same words that you're saying in faith tonight will become the testimony you'll share tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, when you've spoken faith and believed with all your heart, you've already set the miracle in motion. The door is not waiting on God anymore. It's waiting on your agreement. Heaven responds to faith, not fear. And the moment your spirit aligns with God's word, doors that seemed sealed for years begin to tremble. The Bible says, life and death are in the power of the tongue. That means your words are not empty, they are creative tools. Every syllable carries weight in the spirit. So when you speak with conviction, God is opening doors I never expected. You're not making a wish. You're enforcing divine law. You are authorizing heaven to manifest what was already written for you before time began. There are doors right now waiting for your declaration. Doors of favor, doors of opportunity, doors of healing, doors of reconciliation. Some of these doors are not just about you. They're about your children, your family, and generations to come. That's why the enemy has fought you so hard. He knows that once you step through this door, everything will change. But you are not standing still anymore. You've learned the secret. Faith speaks what it expects, not what it fears. And tonight, you are releasing words that will rewrite your future. Listen closely. God doesn't need a crowd to open your door. He only needs your faith. He doesn't need perfect circumstances. He only needs your yes. Even if you're surrounded by impossibilities, keep your mouth full of faith. Because when faith speaks, mountains bow. Maybe you've been in a season of waiting, wondering if God even hears you. But remember, just because heaven is silent doesn't mean it's still. While you're resting, God is working. While you're sleeping, the doors are aligning. While you're praying, the miracle is traveling toward you. You don't have to make it happen. You only have to believe and speak. Before you sleep tonight, whisper it one more time. Let it echo through your spirit. God is opening doors I never expected. Say it once for your past, so that every closed season is released. Say it twice for your present, so that your faith remains active. Say it a third time for your future, so that divine favor keeps unfolding ahead of you. And then rest, knowing that God heard every word. Angels are already on assignment. The door is turning on its hinges. And the next time you wake, something will have shifted. When you rise tomorrow, rise with confidence. Walk into your day with peace. Expect the unexpected, because your faith has already spoken it into being. The same God who turned walls into gates, seas into highways, and tombs into testimonies is working for you right now. So lift your head, lift your heart, and declare with authority, God is opening doors I never expected right now in my life. And as you believe it, may every door that was shut begin to open, not by your strength, but by the power of the one who holds every key.